Hey, what's up? It's Adam Young from Owl City, also known as Mr. Owl, or you name it, I'll respond to it. And here we are at Livestream in the studio in New York City. I just got on a plane from Minnesota this morning, so I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say. But it's great to be here, and this is an exciting day because I was just counting on my fingers how many records I put out. And I think today is number 5. So here it is right here, so excited. This is the first time I've actually ever held it in my hands. I haven't actually seen it printed out yet in a case. The lyrics are in it. There's a CD in here. You can put it in your car, not in your microwave. And it's an exciting thing to be five records deep into a career that I never thought I'd ever have. So it's kind of a dream come true to be here, talking about it, kind of rambling on and on. I'm so excited about this. The plan right now is just to tour up a storm. The record is out today, and basically I'll be out here on the road from now until Christmas. So there's a lot to do. There's lots of cities to visit and whatever, but so excited. And I just have to say, the classic, just thank you so much for sticking with me. For all these years, those of you who have been with me since day one, since way back at Of June, the first EP I ever put out on MySpace. So grateful for your support. Never thought I'd be able to focus all of my energy and my intentions on the one thing I've ever been passionate about. So here it is in my hand. I get to do this as a career, and it's all thanks to you guys. So let's get into it. This is the listening party for the brand new record, the Midsummer Station. So excited. It's 12 songs. But first, let me take a question from one of the fans out there in live stream world. Caitlin H. asks, what were your biggest influences while you were writing these lyrics for the album? Which is a great question, because with this record, more than any other, I've found that the music sort of inspired itself and the lyrics kind of inspired themselves from the vibe or the mood of the music. The way I put together tracks, I always write music before lyric. So generally when I have a full instrumental production all put together, all produced, all arranged and ready to go, generally there's everything I need to pull from as far as vibe and mood and just the whole overall experience of that song. That feels like something to me. So if it's an upbeat song, it feels very anthemic and it feels exciting and it feels upbeat and crazy. If it's a ballad, it's going to be a sad, melancholy song or whatever. So generally, there isn't one place I can say I was inspired by on a given track across the board as far as lyrics. So that's kind of the long answer. The music kind of writes itself is the short answer. So let's get into it. Let's listen. This is exciting because how many people get to listen to their record played down from top to bottom, on like the day it comes out? It's a crazy thing. So first track is called Dreams and Disasters. Here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Take it away. Hey kids, it's Adam Young from Owl City here again, and this is a big day. This is a special day. Record number 5 just came out. I woke up this morning and I went to iTunes, I went to the homepage, and there it was, number 1, which is a crazy feeling. And it's hard to describe that stuff. It's hard to kind of process it all for a kid, with nothing, from a small town, never had a plan, never had a goal. It's a beautiful thing. So the new record is out, Midsummer Station. Brand new record. He's so excited. It's like it's a different sound than anything I've ever done in the past, but I think as a result, it's a record that I'm more excited about than any record I've ever put out in the past. Because I think why repeat yourself? Why keep doing what you've always done? There's a part of you that you should never lose, and that's certainly the case with me that I want to preserve. But I'm so excited about this. It's really a dream come true. So one more question from the fans. Sterling P says or asks, was there any defining moment in your life when you realized you wanted to create music for a living? Which is a big question. There's a big answer to the question as well, but the short version is I remember when I first started getting emails from record labels and management companies and attorneys and business managers and you name it, back on MySpace, 2007, 2008. I remember thinking, these can't be real. These have to be hoaxes, you know, because how is it that this kid who's putting music up online by himself, making his own stuff in his own bedroom, posting songs online, how is he drawing any kind of attention from anyone, let alone people in skyscrapers from New York with suits on? You know, I didn't think that stuff would ever find me in my little town in Minnesota. But I remember thinking, these people believe in what I do, and maybe I have a shot. So it was that moment, checking those MySpace messages and thinking, wow, people are really interested in what I'm doing, and they're connecting with what I'm doing. That's a feeling like no other. So it was then that I thought, wow, maybe I can quit my job, working for Coca-Cola, you know, loading trucks, doing that whole thing. Maybe I can quit that stuff and go out on the road and start touring, make records, meet people, chase dreams. So exciting. So let's get back into the record. Track number 2 is called Shooting Star. Really excited about this one. I was lucky enough to work with the incredible production duo Stargate on this track. The intro of this song was actually an old leftover idea that I produced for a song off of Ocean Eyes, and it never made the cut. On Ocean Eyes, I kind of lost where I was going with it, so I took it to Stargate, and I said, what do you guys think about this track? It's kind of middle of the road, but I think if you guys are feeling it, we could probably take this thing over the finish line. And they said, yeah, this is what we think. So after a few days in the studio later, Shooting Star was in the can, and here it is. So there it was. It's called Shooting Star. I got to work with Stargate up at Jay-Z's studio here in New York City. Spent 2 days with them. Great guys, a lot of fun. Like I said before, that track was a cut from Ocean Eyes that didn't make it. So it's so cool to listen back to that and hear it kind of after its regeneration, and it's like it's got a whole new life to it. So super stoked on that one. Track 3 is called Gold. Got to work with this brilliant writer named Emily Wright from Dr. Luke's universe, and also Nate Campany, a brilliant writer from out here in New York City too. And first track I've ever really got to cut up like a long vocal phrase as a phrasing, the go. It's all just cut up on the grid in Pro Tools. So it was first time I've ever been able to do that. Ever wanted to really do that. So I think it turned out really cool, and very excited about that one. So much fun to play live. Each time we play this song, it's like every night around the world, more and more kids know the words, and it's one of those real live songs. The more you play it, the more fun it gets. So before we play it, let's do one more question from the fans. Lucy M asks, I really love the Midsummer Station cover. What inspired you to make the cover like this? I think it was February or March of earlier this year, and I was just looking around online. I think it was on Tumblr, and I happened to stumble across this album cover. And I saw the photo sort of as is, and I remember thinking, this photo looks to me like the way I want my music to sound to other people when they hear it. So I emailed my manager and I said, we have to figure out who owns this photo, and we have to track this guy down and see if we can buy the rights to it and put it out, put text over it, and, just like leave it as is. So we found this guy from Lithuania, who was gracious enough to let us use it, and so it's there in its full form on the album cover. So thrilled. I just like looking at it. So yeah, track 3 is called Gold. Here it is.